Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Grand Prix GTP02 here once again. And as you can see, you're joining me in a much more cavernous vehicle than some of the ones you've been accustomed to so far, aside from my massive 96 Chevy Suburban that I owned way back in the day. Figured I would take you to work with me this morning. Just do kind of a quick little personal vlog, as so many people like to call them. And really, it's just to kind of catch you all up to speed on what has been going on. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I got my key to my car here, so let's go ahead and start her up, take you for a drive. Alrighty. A little bit of a click from the engine, no big deal. That's typical of the type of car I'm driving nowadays. Alrighty, so where do I begin? Well, let's start off with work, because having moved from the busy Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area to Houston was quite a big jump. It's about 4 hours away from where I live to where I used to live. And that is definitely no small road trip. It definitely can be quite harrowing, especially if you're in a car like mine, one where it still needs a tiny bit of mechanical work before you actually take it on any long road trips, like tires, belts need to be checked, so on and so forth. So, I now currently work for Humble Hyundai up here in North Houston, Texas. I'm sure many of you can probably guess by the few videos that have come out of here of the 2015 Hyundai Genesis 5.0, the 2009 Pontiac Solstice GXP, the 2015 Hyundai Sonata Limited with the tech package, and finally and most recently, the 2015 Hyundai Sonata Sport 2.0 Turbo in that awesome Urban Sunset Metallic. And I absolutely love that car. Even though it's not the fastest thing in the world, it still gets the job done for a Sonata. Anyways, it's really just been, I guess, quite a trip. My 90-day probationary period is almost up. It will be up as of October 25th of this year. I started on July 25th of this year. So July, August, September. Now it's October. It's October 7th at the time of this recording. And it's just, you know, it's been an absolute joy to be on their team so far. Right now, I'm technically considered contracted. Well, I am contracted from them, but after the 90-day trial period, they actually hope to have a full-time position ready for me at the dealership, which is fantastic. I am currently their social media executive. I take care of everything from their Facebook and Twitter, and as many of you may have seen on my personal Facebook fan page, their YouTube channel. I posted a link on the page itself. If you guys want to find out any brand new Hyundai review or information, they'll probably come up on there sometime, some way, and that includes all trims of all different types of Hyundai models. But for a dealership job, it's really not like all the other ones that I've had so far. I mean, yes, you're still working around brand new and used cars and all sorts of cool stuff like that, but the people there are so much nicer, and I guess you could say I have a little bit more freedom, per se, because I get to basically sit in front of a computer for 7 hours a day with several video breaks in between. I try to film as much as I can, but if you're wondering why I've not been able to produce as much videos as I have, it's A, because I've been working for the dealership and I've been doing their videos, and B, because I don't really just usually get out of my desk that much, which is kind of odd because you would think I'd want to get away from my desk, but usually I spend most of my time editing videos, posting vlogs, updating the company's Facebook page, and it's not just Humble Hyundai that I'm responsible for. The People's Automotive Group, at least for the dealerships that I'm in charge of, has 3 separate Hyundai stores. We have Humble, which is the one I'm headed to right now. We have North Freeway, which actually just moved into, for those of you familiar with any of the Houston metropolitan area, just moved into the old Planet Lincoln store, and Lincoln moved across the street, which, by the way, for those of you who are curious, I actually am trying to get some more videos of more variety cars up on the channel. I really want to find Subaru. There's one out here, but I haven't gotten back from them yet. Lincoln, definitely. They got a lot of new models out, and I'm definitely really excited to try to get a hold of them as well. But yeah, basically, and holy shit, that is an oversized load. Pardon my French, but there's like this enormous pipe in front of me that is like 2.5 of my car put together. That's what you'll see a lot of down here in Houston. It's a lot of oil industry, refineries, things like that. But the job opportunity and community down here is freaking enormous. It's just amazing. So that's one of the reasons that prompted my move down here to Houston. So you kind of have a gist of where I work, where I'm located now, but now it's time to talk about my personal vehicle, because so many of you who do not follow me on my Facebook fan page designated just for this YouTube channel probably don't know exactly the kind of car I'm driving, and you probably would be surprised at the type of vehicle that I'm driving. Currently, right now, you are riding along in a 1998 Subaru Legacy Outback Limited, and this car was purchased for me with the help of my dad. I unfortunately ran into some financial complications, and then ultimately was scammed in a car deal from a Toyota dealer on the far west-hand side of the metro area. Basically, what happened was I ended up purchasing a car for a small amount of money down. There are special finance departments that I was approved. They basically let me go with the car. I had signed the contract and so on and so forth. Then 8 days later, I get a phone call from the dealership saying that my income was too low and that I was never approved at all, yet they let me go with the car and everything like that. Ultimately, it was this huge fight between me and the dealership. I really was supposed to keep the car because I legally signed a contract, but after they refunded me my deposit back, I can't do anything about it. And quite frankly, though, I consider that a curse and a blessing at the same time, because a curse in the fact that I would have had a very large car payment. It was over $200. It was actually $300 a month. Wasn't too pleased about that. And a blessing in the fact that A, I don't have a car payment, and B, I'm actually driving a car that I actually like. The other one, it was something I kind of settled on. No, it wasn't a bad car. Don't get me wrong. It was a 2005 Chevrolet Cobalt SS Coupe in Arrival Blue Metallic. Absolutely gorgeous car. It only done about 100,000 miles. It was that big Eaton supercharged 2-liter Ecotec 4-banger with a 5-speed manual. Now, that was a fine car, and to those who love those cars, more power to you. But I don't know what it is about Subaru. I guess it's like when they say in their commercials these days, love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. And I kind of see where they're coming from, actually, because there's something about the sound of that legendary boxer engine. You couldn't forget it, not even if you tried. And you just think and you know that you're riding in a car that A, is reliable, assuming you take care of it, because I know so many people, they buy a Subaru, they don't know how maintenance intensive they are, they don't know what to look for when they go to buy one, and then they end up with major mechanical disasters. Now, I already happen to know what this car's big issues are. Any like mid to late 90s Subaru Legacy Outback, and even some in the mid 2000s, suffered from massive head gasket failures. It was just common. They all just seemed to blow right about 80,000 to 100,000 miles. And yes, is that a little bit of a problem? Of course it is. Head gaskets are a big deal. On a boxer engine, though, they're actually not as hard as you might think. Yes, you have to disassemble the whole engine pretty much to get it in there. But if you catch them early, it still doesn't do as much damage as if they blow completely. Then you're just hosed. But this car already had its head gaskets redone when I bought it, so I was extremely happy for that. I already have a massive amount of receipts. Sorry, almost was about to sneeze there. I already have a massive amount of receipts for it. I mean, this stack of receipts this tall. Just, I love it. I absolutely love it. But also what really, really was great news to me is that I only managed to score this car for $2,500. Unreal. And this thing here right now is at 119,500 miles. Not 190, 119. Yeah. And there's several good things about this Legacy that really attracted me to it. A, it's cheap. That's awesome. Everybody loves a cheap car that's reliable, that's solid, that gets you from point A to point B. Yes, you may have to put some money into it because it's not a brand new car, but then again, what car doesn't need money nowadays to fix it? I mean, every car has its own quirks. If you have like a Honda, for example, many people say, oh, Hondas are bulletproof. They barely need any maintenance at all. You'd be surprised. Same with Toyota. People say, oh, all I ever did was change the oil. And to some degree, I can see where other Japanese manufacturers have earned their reliability titles. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Subaru, hell, even Mitsubishi. You know, they all have earned their own titles when it comes to their own vehicles. Now, why did I pick a Subaru compared to, say, a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla? Something sensible, something you would think would be cheap enough, common enough, you know, relatively inexpensive to maintain. Why did I pick this giant grandpa wagon? Well, I'll tell you. Again, going back to what I was saying, there's several things that I like about this car. Number one, this car is a 5-speed manual transmission. I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to find a Legacy Outback like this, and I really like the Outback. The Legacy wagon is okay, but it sits a little low for me. I like the Outback because I'm sitting a little higher. B, this one has just about every option in it. This is the Limited. So there were two available trims when the Outback first came out. There was the base and then you had the Limited. Limited, you could throw in just about anything. This one has leather seats, heated seats. It has the original Subaru stereo in it with the available 4-channel weather band, which I absolutely love. That's awesome. Or at least 4 channels of it that I know of. And then that 5-speed manual is mated to that beautiful EJ Series 2.5 liter flat 4 boxer engine. Now, it is an absolute dream to drive this car, but there's one final detail that kind of sealed the deal on it for me. This particular car here is one of a small series of cars that Subaru did as a 30th anniversary limited edition. That's right. 30th anniversary. 1968 was when Subaru first started constructing cars. I believe it's either they first started constructing cars or they actually started selling cars in the US. I'm still looking up details on that, but I think it's when they very first started constructing cars. Well, guys, I know that was only like 2 of the several details that I'm sure you all are wondering about. You know, about my car, about me in person, about me in general, so on and so forth. But sad as it is, we actually have arrived here at our destination this morning here at Humble Hyundai. I do hope you all have enjoyed the review or at least the quick test drive, and have also enjoyed tagging along with me on my very short commute to work this morning. Until then, guys, stay tuned for plenty more videos, not only to come from Humble Hyundai here, but I hope to have many more from many more dealers in the future. Till then, guys, hope you had a great day, and I hope you still continue to have great days in the future, and I'll see you guys later. Till then, this is Grand Prix GTP02, signing out.